So joining me now is Brian Mulholland, Molly to his friends, and Molly is the man behind the campaign to get the K stand named the Jimmy Murphy stand. Molly, how are you?
I'm fine, right as rain, mate, thank you.
Now tell me about Jimmy Murphy.
Well, where does one start about the man? Such an iconic footballing Welsh figure that was a major part of our wonderful football club, which after Munich, as everybody knows, kept the club afloat with his massive heart that was instilled into the club. Without Jimmy Murphy, we would not be having this conversation now, I don't think. And I don't think our amazing football club would be there anymore. That is why I decided that as a massive tribute to this great man, the stand where I sit, the K stand, or the East stand as they like to call it, which I don't, should be named after this great man. There's two other stands, as everybody knows, the Sir Alex Ferguson stand and the Sir Bobby Charlton stand. Great honour to both those men, both great men of our football club, but why have we not got a stand named after the great man Jimmy Murphy? Without this man, those both stands would not be standing today, and neither would our magnificent stadium. We owe so much to Jimmy Murphy. I think it's the least thing that the club and the fans can do. I know people will say, well, there's an academy named after him at Carrington, the training ground. Yes, great, fantastic. But who sees his name adorned on that building, apart from people that go, delivery drivers, the press? His name should be seen every time the cameras adorn Old Trafford and span round the ground and see his name on the stand, the same as they do with Sir Bobby Charlton and Sir Alex Ferguson stand.
Molly, as you've said there, and I've heard a lot of footballers say, without Jimmy Murphy there wouldn't be a Manchester United. What kind of response have you had to the campaign?
Very good, actually. The campaign which I started was put on by Gail, my wife, as you well know. She actually put it on social media and started the webpage off. It went well for a couple of years and then it died a little bit, and then Steve Donahue, he sort of came in and resurrected it a little bit. And I'm in touch obviously with the Murphy family. I speak on a regular basis with them, and I just need a push. I need a link into the club to try and get this stand named after him.
And what kind of support have you had from the Murphy family themselves?
Very good support. The lads and Nick, yeah, they're all for it. But as I say, at the end of the day, it's not down to the Murphy family, it's down to Manchester United Football Club. They decide whether this will be a reality, and hopefully it will be one day.
Now, a couple of years ago, possibly less, the Association of Former Players contacted Manchester United and made a formal bid to get a statue for Jimmy Murphy. What do you think of an alternative of a statue?
I don't think it's a big enough fitting tribute to the man.
I was going to mention Duncan Edwards because you're wearing a Duncan Edwards t-shirt there, and tell me about the t-shirt. And I think somebody famous signed it, didn't they?
Yeah, this t-shirt, I was welcomed and invited by our Rose Cook Monk, to the blue plaque unveiling in Priory Park, where Duncan first played football. Rose invited me to it, and the plaque was going to be unveiled, and was unveiled actually, by Sir Bobby Charlton. I got invited to it. I was stood in the building when Sir Bobby and his wife came in, Norma, and he walked straight up to me and said to me, "Excuse me, where did you get that t-shirt from?" And I said, "Sir Bobby, I haven't got a clue. I've had it so many years. I don't know, I may have got it in Benidorm or wherever." I said, "But I've had it for years and years and years and years, and I put it on today. Our respect to the wonderful man." And I then said to him, "Please, would you sign it?" And he said, "I would love to sign it. What a wonderful, wonderful player this man was. It'd be my pleasure to sign it." And there it is, which is a treasured gift that I'll never ever get rid of.
Molly, that's a lovely story. I also want to mention the Manchester Munich Memorial Foundation, because it's a group of volunteers and you're heavily involved with that as well. And it's all part of keeping alive the legacy of Manchester United. And it seems like you're very well entrenched with doing this on a personal basis and with the organisations that you've helped to support.
Yes, the MMF, it's a magnificent group of guys, girls, that, as you say, are keeping the legacy of the babes for years and years and years to come. You know, as you know, we contribute funds to Belgrade, Munich, Manchester, and we will continue to do so. We've got a couple of young books coming on with us now to carry it on. Pat Burns, Crooked, just to name a couple, do great things, and it's a wonderful, wonderful foundation. And I'm proud to be part of the MMF.
That's brilliant, and I really appreciate you coming on the show today, Molly. But just to wrap up, can you just give us a final message to anybody out there who's thinking about supporting your campaign to get the Jimmy Murphy stand named after Jimmy Murphy? What would you say to people if they're thinking about whether or not they should support you?
All I can say is please, please, please get behind me in the support. This needs to happen. If you're a true red-blooded United fan, you've got to want this to happen. Not for my benefit or anybody else's. We need Jimmy Murphy's name adorned on K-stand as soon as humanly possible. Please.
That's brilliant, Molly. Thank you very much, and I really appreciate that. It's a very strong and powerful message, and I urge everybody to sign the petition. We're going to put it in the links, and hopefully we'll get a bit of a boost this week. So thanks, Molly. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you for your time, John. Good night.